Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. It is Dr. Jack and this is my 1-year VSG update video for the 12 days of Vlogmas. So before we hop into that, let's flash back to 1 year ago and take a look at some photos of me pre-surgery. And this video was taken about 1 month prior to my surgery date. And this is me immediately after surgery. Trying to get these ounces of water down every 20 minutes. So I'm taking a few sips at a time. They actually brought me some broth this morning and jello and apple juice. This was definitely one of the roughest days of the whole journey because I could not keep anything down. I threw up from the moment they gave me medicine by mouth from that moment throughout the rest of that second day. It was pretty tough, but hey, I'm still here. I made it through. So this was my diet during my stay in the hospital. I was only there for about a day and a half, and this was my diet for roughly the first week and a half of being at home. As you can see, it was just Tums, Eliquiz, Metropolol, and a few sips of apple juice and water. I did try other beverages like that Powerade and different things like that, but because they were sugar-free, that just did not work well with me. Anything that had artificial sweetener in it, unless it was a popsicle, really gave my stomach the blues. But we made it. Today I was able to get up and, wash my face, brush my teeth, do my brows, and come sit in the front, to the front. And I've been able to keep the liquids down, which is good. It's amazing because the first day after surgery, so I had surgery late on Tuesday evening, the 20th, so about 3:30, so I didn't get to my room until 5 o'clock or so, or 6 o'clock, and then I had some little issues that they had to address. And so I kind of slept for most of that day. I didn't drink anything, I don't think, but I was getting IV fluids. Then the next day I started sipping the water, and they wanted me to do like 3 every 20 minutes, do an ounce. I wasn't able to do that, but I was able to kind of sip a little bit and get it down. And I would have spells of really intense nausea, but I didn't throw up until later that evening when they gave me some pain medicine, liquid pain medicine. They said, since they unhooked the IV because I was drinking fluids, getting some fluids in, they gave me the pain medicine in a little cup like this. It was like half of this. So I drank about about a half of what was in the cup. And it immediately came back up, and I threw up from that moment on. Everything started coming up, so I threw up the rest of that evening. That was so painful. So I decided, we'll try this again tomorrow. I'm gonna let my stomach rest. So I did. I waited and I tried it again the next day, which was Thursday. And so Thursday was a much better day. I was able to keep all of what I drank down. I did still have spells of nausea, stomach spasming. And so today has been better. I have been doing my 4 ounces an hour. Every other hour. I hadn't worked my way up to 4 ounces or a half a cup every hour. I haven't been able to do that yet, but I'll get there. And they have me on a very low dose blood thinner just as a precaution to prevent blood clots. Since surgery, I've lost like 1 pound a day. I'm sure that'll slow down once I begin to consume more. But all right, guys. Y'all take care. Merry Christmas. And hello guys, here I am. Yes, it is 1 full year later, post VSG. Wow, last year around this time, I was struggling just to get in an ounce of water every 20 minutes. And here I am a full year later. Y'all, that year went by so fast. And I have made such great progress. I couldn't be happier. So let's just jump right on into the recap. So last year, highs and lows, we talked about that before. You know, it was starting off, it was tough that first week. It was really, really rough. But after that first week, it just kept getting better and better and better. And one thing that really helped me through that first few weeks was not focusing so much on the future, but just getting past that month, or that day, or that minute, or that hour, or whatever the case may be. I just kept telling myself, if I make it through this next minute, I'm okay. If I make it through the next hour, I'm okay. The next day. And pretty soon, you know, I started feeling so much better. Yes, VSG surgery, it was not like, oh, I'm just going to, for me anyway, I'm just going to pop in there one day, have the surgery, go home the same day, and I'm going to be fine. It wasn't like that for me. I stayed in the hospital. If you want to see some of my earlier videos, go back. I have a VSG playlist. But I stayed in the hospital one day, and then the next day I came home, but I was throwing up. So I threw up pretty much that whole second day. Couldn't keep anything down. I mean, I'm just telling you the real. But after that, I started feeling better and better and better, and things got better for me. So before I go anything, outfit of the day, let's do the OOTD. This is a dress from ASOS. The shirt is from ASOS. The boots are from ASOS. I got this necklace from The Gate. It is a necklace that I saw online. It was kind of expensive from another jewelry company. And so I said, let me just see if I can find it for a little bit cheaper somewhere else. And I just Googled chunky, extra large Cuban link necklace, and this came up. The shipping from The Gate was, of course, it wasn't too long, maybe like 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. The earrings are from Amazon. The watch is Apple Watch, and the band is from Amazon. So yeah, I know I'm looking, there's a mirror behind the camera, so I may be looking there. Sorry about that. But anywho, moving on. So I have some little notes here. So I'm going to try to, you know, kind of follow the notes so I can give you some info. But remember, if you have any questions, please leave me a question in the comments. I will respond. So changes in my body and in my mental. So both mental and physical changes. Yes, there have been some changes both physically and mentally. Physically, of course, I have lost weight. I have lost inches. I feel better. I feel healthier. I am healthier. I get my blood work done. I just recently got my blood work done, and I'll show you a little clip of that going for my 1 year surgiversary after I do my little chat, my little talk through. So I did do that. Blood work is looking good. I did not have like high cholesterol or high sugar or anything like that before, but you know, they could always be better, and they are indeed better. So everything is looking good. My nutrients are looking good, and I feel good. One thing that I have noticed is like when I work out now, I literally feel lighter. I used to feel so heavy, like when I would try to run, like the weight on my joints would be so intense, painful. Now it's not like that. I feel lighter. I can move better. It's just all the things. And I know it's because I've reduced the amount that I weighed. I've reduced my weight. My eyes are watering. Sorry, guys. But yeah, so that is one of the major physical things, aside from, you know, just losing weight, looking better, and feeling better, and actually having the proof through blood work that I am actually, you know, doing well that way, health-wise. But the fact that I can work out more and I can do more, it's less weight on my joints, and I owe that to VSG. Another thing that has changed, and this is more along the mental line, is my confidence. You guys, when I would go in my closet prior to surgery, when I was heavier, I always like to be cute, you know, so I was going to dress, you know, in, you know, something cute that I felt was flattering for my body. But it seemed like it was a lot harder to find something that, you know, flattered my body for my taste, for my liking. Now it's a lot easier. I can go in my closet and pretty much grab anything I want, and I can make it work, unless it's just incredibly too large, unless it's just way too big. And I do have some things like that that are just way too big that, of course, I can do nothing with. So I can't really wear those. But, you know, that's okay. So, you know, I still feel good about the fact that I can go in my closet, pull out anything that I want, and it will work. And by the way, this is a size medium dress. I am in between a small and a medium. The top that I have on is a small. The dress is a medium. And it hugs the hips. I still have the hips, you know, and I'm thankful for the hips. But anywho. But yeah, so that is one of the things that has really helped. But I still struggle with body dysmorphia. That is real. Some days I look in the mirror and I'm like, I look exactly the same as I looked this time last year. And clearly I don't. Because my inches are smaller. But I think it's the mental part of me that is afraid to really embrace where I am today. That's why I take a lot of pictures, I take a lot of video, because I want to remember and I want to have it etched in my mind, and I want to be able to compare, you know, tangible evidence to what I looked like last year. You know, it is so hard sometimes to fight against ourselves, our mental, our own thoughts, and to embrace, you know, something that's good. Sometimes we're just afraid to do that. Like, I am still skeptical about ordering or buying the size that I truly need. You know, it's like, am I really a size medium? Am I really a size 6'8"? Am I really, you know, that? And I'll go and order a large and it's too big, or buy a large and it's too big. And I'm like, girl, as hard as you've been working, get that size that you need, you know, because girls, it's something. I bought an outfit. You'll see it in the favorites video that's coming up next. How I bought a medium, and it is just so saggy in the crotch area because I truly need a small. I mean, I'm short and I'm you know, a lot lighter than I was. I need a small. But anyway, those things I'm working through. It's a work in progress, and I am still, you know, affirming myself daily that you have earned, you have worked hard, and you can wear a smaller size. So that is something else that has changed. Another thing that has changed is and it's changing. It hasn't gotten to a place that I feel like is optimal. But it is changing, and I am constantly, daily working on that. And that is my relationship with foods, particularly my relationship with those things that I was sort of powerless against or had an addiction to, and that is sweets. Sweet tooth. I love cookies and cakes and stuff like that. Excuse me. And so I have to work on constantly, even daily, because that is not something that VSG surgery would correct. So that is something that I still have to work on. And what I've been doing here is I don't even have it in the house. I think I mentioned that in a video before, that if it is something that I have a lot of trouble with, I just, you know, don't have it. I don't have it. I leave it at the store. I do not bring it home because I won't be tempted by it if it's here. If it's here, I'm going to be tempted by it. Granted, I won't be able to eat a whole lot in one setting. But if you nibble on something all day, by the end of the day, it could be gone. You know, major key there. Don't have it in the house. because just one little nibble is okay. It's not going to, derail you. But a nibble every hour, all day long, that might be a problem. That might end up being a problem. So I don't have it in the house. I try not to, buy things that I know I am addicted to. And if I am going to buy it, I don't buy like a multi-pack of anything. I only get one, just the one, so that I won't be tempted to, indulge, and I don't need to indulge. And then that starts this vicious cycle of indulging. Then you feeling like, oh my goodness, I've just done so bad. And now you're depressed. And then when you get depressed, you want to eat more. And then, it's just a vicious cycle. So I don't even set myself up for that, because we know what can happen. And that brings me to another topic, which is replacement addictions. And a replacement addiction is when you address one addiction by replacing it with something else, or you instead of, say, like me, eating a lot of sweets and things because I'm addicted to that, I stop eating the sweets, but I replace it with something else that I indulge in. And I had started doing a little bit of that, and when I wanted a snack, instead of grabbing something sweet, I would get something that was more that wasn't as sweet, like something salty or crunchy, and that could be crackers or chips or something like that, which is still not good. So what I do to remedy that is I don't even have that in the house either as much. Now, I do have crackers and chips because I can't eat as much of those anyway. But what I have started to do is keep things that are healthy. So I have fresh fruit, even though in the winter it's kind of hard to find that. But, the local grocery store has pre-cut fruits that I'll get sometimes. And I love almonds. And almonds are very good for you, and they are a wonderful source of fiber. So I definitely do the almonds. And instead of snacking a lot, I make sure that I try to get a balanced meal so that I'm not hungry. And that takes care of the hunger part. And then the other part is working on my mental of, just really working through that. Understanding that I don't need those snacks. You don't need those snacks. I don't need those snacks. And so it's hard. It's a work in progress. And like I said, I am working on that daily. But I am excited about the progress that I am making, and I intend to continue making great progress. Loving the way I look. Absolutely love the way I look. I love my body. We get the question all the time about loose skin. This midsection here, fix my skirt. This midsection here is not washboard flat. And it may never be. I am 53 years old. I've had 3 children. And so this area is not washboard flat. Do I want to have that removed at some point? The jury's still out on that. Today, if you ask me that today, no. I'm okay because I'm still working. My body is still changing even at a year out. I am still, as the nutritionist told me, you're still going to lose weight even after this year point, and how much you lose is dependent on what you do to work on your body. And so what I've started doing is adding a weight regimen to my workout, lifting weights, toning and strengthening to tighten up any of this, skin that may be able to get tightened up. And if it can't, you know what? Maybe it'll just be a part of me. Maybe it'll just be with me. As long as I am comfortable, it is not causing me any pain or any other type of issue, then, I'm pretty much okay with it. I don't know if I want to have another surgery just to remove a little bit of skin. I don't have a whole lot. I mean, I do have some on my arm, but I can tell that can still be, developed. I can still, work out and lift my weights and do my strengthening and do my toning and eat right. Because you know what they say, abs are made in the kitchen, not in the gym. So as I continue my healthy eating habits, I believe that I'm going to be okay. And you know what? It's okay. It's all right. And if it is giving me too much of a, mental type of situation, they make lots of shapewear. And I will put the shapewear on. So yeah, that is how I'm feeling as far as how my body looks. Am I happy with my body? Yes. Am I happy with the changes that have come about? Yes. Am I happy with the weight that I've lost? Yes. Am I happy with my size? Yes. Am I still working, or did I just say I'm at the pinnacle of greatness and I'm just going to stop right here? No. It is a daily battle. Oh, and it is it's a lifestyle change. So that's that, and I have to work on it every day. Am I perfect every day? No, honey, not even close to being perfect every day. But I strive to be as perfect as I can be on a day-to-day basis. So yeah, let's see, what else did I say I want to talk about. Being a slave to the scale. That is something, the phrase that my nutritionist used. She said, don't become a slave to the scale. You guys, I still, like, when I first had the VSG surgery, I was weighing myself daily. And every day it was changing. Every day I was losing weight every day for 3 full weeks. And then I got to a little stall and, realized that that's the 3-week stall. And I probably needed to poo, which I did, and then the weight kept coming off. And so it kept coming off. And in between those times, there were stalls. I'd stall for a few days or for a week or two, sometimes 2-3 weeks, and then I'd lose weight again. But that type of being attached to the scale, it's really not that good. You really should be careful about that, because you can become a slave to the scale. And then everything that you do is now related to what that scale says. And you don't want to be that way. A better way to gauge your progress is to look at how your clothes are fitting, your inches, those sorts of things. Because one thing that I can definitely tell you is, because I have started adding weight training to my regimen, the weight loss doesn't change as far as the scale goes, because I'm developing more muscle mass. Muscle weighs more than fat. And so it may even appear that I have gained a pound or two. But if my clothes are still fitting, or they're looser on me, and I can see changes in my body, more definition in the abs and in the arms and all those sorts of things, then I know that, I'm doing okay. And like I said in a previous video, you really have to eat a lot to gain 1 pound. And I know I am not there yet. If I get 1,000 calories a day, I'm doing good. I'm still not getting a whole lot of calories. I still only do a protein shake for breakfast. I still only do a protein shake for breakfast. And so, all right, so yeah, so that's that. Replacement addiction, eating habits, all of those are things that you want to think about, even if you are contemplating the surgery. Think about it, have a plan for that. I always say, gotta have a plan. If you don't have a plan, moving forward, if you fail to plan, you actually planning to fail, basically. So, have a plan for that. Hair loss. That is a biggie. A lot of people who have had surgery, a lot of VSG patients, have dealt with hair loss. And I did not deal with it until probably the 8 or 9 month mark. And yes, I then started experiencing some hair loss just in this area here. I have locks, as you can see. So that kind of camouflages a lot. But what I could see was when, as it got closer to needing a retwist, I could see like little pieces of hair like sticking up all around here, like a lot of it actually. And that let me know that, yeah, that hair had broken off. It was still inside the lock, but it had broken, and it had shed basically, and it was growing back. And so I needed to, kind of take care of that. But that's the only area of hair loss that I noticed in the back. No, not any. It's still pretty thick everywhere else. But just in this area, and I would say it's a little bit of thinning, not a lot of hair loss, just a little bit of thinning. And so I'm hoping that that is kind of subsiding now. I do take my vitamins. So I try to keep my vitamins in and make sure that I am getting the nutrients that I need so that whatever hair I do lose, my body has enough to regrow that hair. So yeah, hair loss is a thing, and I did not escape it. I did have a little bit of hair loss. Let's see, what's next? Oh, going forward, what are my plans going forward for the next year? My plans going forward, or what I will do going forward, is to continue to work on my relationship with food, continue to develop and incorporate healthy eating habits for me that work for me. One thing that I can truly say that works for me now is what I have for breakfast, and that is a protein shake. That is a great way to start the day. I usually work out in the mornings, and so I don't have anything in the morning before working out other than water. I don't do any pre-workouts or anything like that because I'm not exactly sure exactly what the pre-workout does, but I know people do that. If you have some comments on what that pre-workout is doing for you, let me know. I imagine that it gives you some sort of an energy boost because I hear that, I understand that it's a lot of caffeine and, well, not a lot of caffeine, but it has caffeine in it. And so I'm assuming that it gives you somewhat of an energy boost to help you get through your workout. For me, what gets me through my workout is just the sheer high that I get from working out. And I actually look forward to it. I look forward to working out. My favorite seasons are late spring, summer, because it is so nice and warm outside, and I love being outside. I am an outside girly. I love going outside, working out, working in my garden, dealing with my flowers and all that kind of stuff. So that is what I'm going to continue doing. And so one thing that has really become a staple in my diet since VSG is the protein shake. I do a protein shake every morning. I make my own. I use the Isopure. I live by the Isopure unflavored, unsweetened protein powder. I mix a scoop of that with my coffee and my Fairlife lactose-free, fat-free milk, and I put a little bit of maybe my almond creamer or oat milk creamer, sometimes both, yes, into that shake and make it really, really tasty. And that is my breakfast. So that has become a staple. What I need to work on after that is lunch and dinner, because I still am, I skip lunch often. Sometimes I even skip dinner, because I'm working and I'm usually just not hungry, and I'll grab like some almonds or something. There has been many days where I just picked up a handful of almonds and voila, that's my lunch. So I need to work on that. I have been doing better. I like to have a protein for lunch with a salad. That is pretty much, an easy go-to thing for me, or I may make my own soup. So that is one thing that I'm really going to be working on, is experimenting with new recipes, healthy recipes that I can meal prep for a week and have meals for me to eat for lunch and dinner, so that I'm not skipping meals, especially, and this is going to be particularly important because I am adding weight training to my workout routine. And so I want to make sure that I'm getting enough nutrients, enough macronutrients, and my micronutrients. I'm making sure that I get those things so that I can be healthy. Because I don't want to just lose weight and then be unhealthy. I want to, keep the weight off, and I want to be healthy while doing it. So that is another thing that I plan on doing going forward. Another thing is getting in enough fluid, because I really feel that a lot of my constipation issues that I still struggle with sometimes is because I'm not drinking enough. It is still kind of difficult for me to drink. I cannot eat a meal and also drink something at the same time. I have to eat my food, and then a little bit later drink something, and sometimes I forget to do that because I cannot do it together. My stomach is so small, it will not hold both food and liquid. So I have to, work on that. So what I've been doing is I had a cup. My daughter took it with her when she came home for Thanksgiving. Well, I gave it to her. I told her she could have it. But I'm going to get me another big cup that I can keep water in, and I can take sips throughout the day to make sure that I'm getting in enough liquid, enough fluid, so that I can, maintain that balance. So that is some of the things that I'm doing going forward. Some other things that I'm going to do is just really embrace the moment that I am in, enjoy where I am in life. I am not going to be a slave to the scale. I am going to, look at me and embrace the new me, the new body, the new everything. I'm going to embrace that and, be happy and thankful for where I am right now in this moment in my life. So now the moment that you've all been waiting for, my current weight, my size, and everything like that. So I kind of already told you what size I wear. So let's do a little recap. When I first started my consultation for VSG last year, it was in October or November, I cannot remember. My process was very quick because I was a cash patient. So once I got my doctor, as soon as they did all the pre-op stuff, I was in for surgery. So mine probably, honestly, about 6 weeks is what it took for me. So, just to get through the process of getting all the pre-op and all that stuff done, so about 6 weeks. So when I first started the consultation, I weighed 207. I started a fat restricted diet on December 1st, and I was probably around 205 or 206, something like that, but we'll say 207. And when I went in for surgery, I was 199. And 1 year later, I am, drum roll please, I am today 154. But my weight does fluctuate in a given week anywhere from 3 to 4 pounds. So I could weigh 152, 151, all the way up to 157. It just kind of fluctuates, and a lot of that is due to, like, if I ate something that had a lot of sodium in it the day before, or if I need to poo. Most times is if I need to poo, if I'm constipated. That's when my weight is a little bit higher, 156. I really haven't seen 157 much since earlier this summer. It's really, it's between 152 and 154. Every now and again, it may go up to 156-ish, 157, something like that. But that's where I am. I wear a size 6 or 8, depending on how it's made. This is a medium 6'8" dress. And small, medium, depending on how it's made. My bra size has gone down from, I was a double D, G, whatever comes after that. At one point, I was a G, but I was a double D cup. I am a D cup now. I was like a 36, 38 band. I went and got fitted about a month and a half ago, and I was a 34, but this bra is a little big. So I think I'm more like a 32D, but I'm still a D cup. I don't want to go below a D cup. Okay, I want to stay at a D cup. But yeah, that's where I am. My shoe size has not changed, y'all. Some people say their foot gets smaller. My foot hasn't gotten smaller. It's still the same length, but it may be a little less girthy or wide. I never had wide feet, so I haven't noticed much of a change with my feet. Now, one thing that was shocking, and I don't know if this is just due to age or if it was weight, is my height. I've always been 5'2", allegedly. But when I went this summer and they measured me, I was 5'1.5". And I don't have any inches height wise to lose. I'm already short. But yeah, so I don't know, that's probably just due to age. You know, as you get older, you know, your body kind of settles, gravity kind of settles it down. But yeah, that is me, and that is where I am. That is a total, if you count from the pre-surgery 207 to today 154, that is a total of 53 pounds. I am very, very happy. I knew that going in, and this is what she told me, because I started at the lower end, my weight loss would be slower and it would not be as much. I was not going to lose 100 pounds. I mean, that just wasn't going to happen. I would be 107 pounds right now. That I don't even think that would be sustainable for me. So, but 152, 153, 154, I'm okay with that. And as I'm working out throughout the year, she told me I was still losing weight. So it's very likely that I'll get below the 150 mark. 150 was my goal weight. So, you know, if I get there, when I get there, I think I will get there. It's going to be great. But, you know, like she said, because I'm losing, still working out, the weight loss will be slower, but I'll still lose some weight. So I'm okay. I'm okay with that. But that is my 1 year VSG anniversary recap. I hope that you guys have enjoyed. Remember, please, if you have any questions, put them in the description box. I will answer them. And before you go, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I would certainly appreciate that if you did. To my new subscribers, welcome. To my OG subscribers, thank you for staying with me. Now let's jump into some vlog footage to show you a little bit of what's been going on the last couple of weeks. Well, good morning, everybody. Hey, y'all, good morning. It's Dr. Jack. It is kind of chilly. It's really not that chilly. It's warmer than it was yesterday. It was like 30 degrees yesterday. But it's like, it's a chilly Tuesday morning, and I am headed to my 1 year post-op appointment. I am not quite at 1 month, but they are going to do my follow-up today. And I know they're going to, you know, tell me about, you know, what to expect going forward and where I am right now. I went and had my blood work done last week. And everything looked good except for my B12. I am on a B12 supplement, and apparently I don't need to be because my B12 was high. So I'm going to cut out the supplement. I don't know why they tell you, you know, you need to double up on some things. But, and sometimes you do, because the part of the stomach, I think I talked about this in one of my previous videos, that the part of the stomach that they remove has the intrinsic factor, which helps you metabolize or make use of vitamin B12 and absorb B12. Well, and so because of that, you may need to take a supplement. Well, me, I don't have to take a supplement, so I stopped the supplement, so hopefully we can get the B12 levels back down to where they need to be. But everything else was perfect. I mean, blood glucose levels, D level, everything was perfect, with the exception of that B12. So, and I was taking 2 a day, in addition to my regular multivitamin, which already had B12 in it. So, yeah, way too much B12. So, I'm off of that. They'll weigh me, of course. And I really, you guys, and this is just me, just being totally transparent. I hate being weighed at the doctor's office because, number one, the scale seems to always be more than what I weigh at home. And that works on your psyche, regardless of how you look or how you feel you look. That freaking like 2-pound difference really works on my psyche. And then too, when I weigh at home, I weigh myself if I'm weighing, and that's why you need to really stay. I'm just being honest with you. I have a problem with the scale, and I really need to stay off the scale. But I weigh myself, you know, first thing in the morning. I'm fully naked, you know, after I've gone to the bathroom and everything, because I feel like that is the truest measure of what I weigh. And so when I weighed, it's usually around 154. Like I think I've said before, I'm still in between 153 to 156 on my thing. And you know what? I'm not gonna really try to beat myself up about that, because the scale, like I said before, is just only one part. And I'm saying this to you, but I'm also saying it for me, because I need to remind myself that the scale is one part of it. Yes, you want to make sure that you are not, you know, picking up unnecessary weight, but you also want to, you know, look at other factors like how you feel, your health. Do you look good in your clothes? Do you feel like you look good in your clothes? You know, things like that. Your mental. And so I am still working on that. It is a work in progress. That is a work in progress. Body dysmorphia is a work in progress, because I do battle with that often. The sun is really sunning this morning. But yes, I am headed to my appointment. I'm going to virtually disrobe when they get ready to weigh me. I'm going to take off my coat and my shoes. That's all. And I don't have on my sweater. I'll put my sweater on after the appointment, and my boots. So I just have on some shoes that I can kind of kick off really quickly and easily. So yeah, but that's what's going on, y'all. And those are my battles, and I'm still battling. I'm sorry about the sun. I really don't know what I can do about it. It's sunny. But anywho, I'm headed to the appointment, and I will let you know how it goes.
You're a great resource for those 200. What'd you say, 200?
200. I have 200 subscribers who and most of them are contemplating VSG, or have just had it, or have had it and want to know, you know, what are you doing to maintain? And
you're a great role model for that.
Thank you so much.
You're doing good. I'm going to let Kristen finish with you.
Okay.
I would just go to one a day. I wouldn't totally cut that out.
Okay.
Because I don't want it to fall back low.
Okay. All right. So I wasn't recording when I first got in, but my nutritionist just said something so great. She told me, don't be a slave to the scale, because I'm lifting weights, and so the scale may show that I've actually gained, because I'm gaining muscle. Muscle weighs more than fat. My makeup is kind of splotchy, but muscle weighs more than fat, and so, but it metabolizes fats better, so it may show that I'm gaining a little bit. Don't worry about it. But I am 154. So okay, year out. So I'm pleased. I'm very, very pleased. Looking forward to what's to come. She told me don't stop my B12. She said maybe drop down a little bit, but don't stop it, because she doesn't want it to be too low. Okay, so bye guys.
I tell you what, I tell you that you know that one story.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You must get a hat this
Oh yeah, life come at you fast, okay? It was going so fast, I intended to record a little bit more, and my nutritionist was telling me such good stuff that I was like, dang, this could have been so good for the vlog. Darn it. But she told me she really appreciated the fact that I was documenting my journey because I could be a great resource for so many other patients. Isn't that awesome? But it was so funny because when I walked in, she was like, okay, I know you want to, come in here, put your purse down, take your coat off. I know you want to kind of get all these clothes off so that the scale will accurately reflect. And she said, listen, because she knows, I guess she gets this a lot. So it's good to know that I'm not the only one that deals with this sort of thing. But she was like, don't worry so much about that scale. Do not become a slave to the scale. Isn't that what I'm always saying and what I'm trying to tell myself? You guys, it is a work in progress. It is a day-to-day struggle for me. Do not become a slave to the scale. And I was explaining to her about how I had started doing some weight training. She was like, oh, well, for sure, which I already knew these things. I know that muscle weighs more than fat. So I know that it may appear that the scale isn't moving or is going up, but you're working out more and you're lifting weights and all that kind of stuff. It's because you're putting on more muscle, which is fine. And, don't be so caught up in what that number on the scale. But she was like, yeah, I know the scale is going to show a little bit. It's usually a little different for us. It's typically a little bit more here than what you see at home. So I told her. So it was ranging about 3 pounds, 2 to 3 pounds. And that's usually what it is for me. And so I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. So I am at 154. I started this journey at 207. I knew I have to give this spiel every time, especially for my new subscribers. I started this journey at 207 on surgery day. After I did the fat restricted diet, I was at 199. So I did that for a month. So I lost 8 pounds in a month doing the fat restricted diet. And then, 20 days. 20 days. I did it for 20 days. And then I was at 199. And so almost a year later, not fully a year later, but almost a full year late, almost a year later, I am at 154. Hey, I'm okay with that because I feel like I look good. I feel good. My blood pressure's good. My blood work was good with the exception of the B12. And she was like, well, just, back down just a little bit. She was like, don't stop it all together. Me, I was like, I'm going to stop it all together because she said when I came in June, it was actually kind of low. And that was before I started really taking the B12 regularly. So I'm thinking that also fluctuates. Just like my weight fluctuates, the B12 will fluctuate. But anyway, I am very, very pleased with that. So 154 is okay with me. Like I said, I've been fluctuating between 154 and 155, 156 for the last couple months. I'm okay. She said, you're at that year mark. Don't start doing all the stuff that you used to do, which I'm not going to. I've been working on that. Keep working out. I do work out. I enjoy working out. And I enjoy adding my weights to it. And I will be really glad when the weather lets me go out to the track and run and do all those good things. So, I know I'm all over the place. I'm kind of excited. I'm just all over the place, just really feeling good. So I go back in a year. That's that, guys. 1 year down, a lifetime to go. If you are contemplating the surgery, as I've always said, it was 100% worth it for me. And I believe if you've done all of your research, you've weighed all of your options, it'll be 100% worth it for you. Because it will certainly be exactly what you make it. So, yeah. There's that. I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope that you're having a great holiday season. Before you go, if you have not already, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with your family and friends. Let me know what you think about the series. We're moving on into year 2 of my VSG journey. The highs, the lows, the ups, the downs, the good, the bad. the ugly and the beautiful. You guys take care, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye. Just another big thank you to everyone who tunes in and watches my vlogs. I really, really appreciate you. I hope that this holiday season is amazing. I hope that all of your dreams come true. I hope that you are blessed beyond measure. And I hope that you continue watching my vlogs and my videos, chit chats, all of those things. You guys take care. Have a great day. See you soon. Bye-bye.